Well, let's go to the beginning, the beautiful moments. You're standing in Los Angeles. Phil's telling you about you're about to take the adventure of a lifetime. What is it like in that moment?
It gets real. You're up here thinking, maybe we're just going to run around the United States a little bit and jump to Mexico or something. And all of a sudden they're saying it's a 14-hour flight you're going to be on. You're like, uh-oh, that's a long time. So it's awesome. Yeah.
Seeing the other teams, do you start to get nervous?
Well, we
No.
start sizing them up. When you're looking at people, you're like, man, we can beat that team. We can beat that team. Oh, that team's going to be tough. But, this year they got some unbelievable athletes, So I was looking around trying to find somebody big like me. Like, where are all the fat people? But they weren't there.
What made you guys apply in the first place?
I mean, it's a bucket list thing. Um,
Yeah.
when you sit on the couch and you watch it on TV and you say, "Man, that'd be so cool to jump off that cliff or that mountain, or that'd be so cool to scuba dive 100 feet or ride in a helicopter." All the things that they do, to ride an elephant or a camel, it's things that we just would never have the opportunity to do. And to be given that opportunity, um, it is very bittersweet to be talking to you right now.
Yeah. And it didn't look like any one thing went wrong, right? You guys were hanging, you're climbing the bamboo tree. Was it just the stiff competition or was that dance number really, really hard?
Both, but
Yeah.
like Larry said, all the teams were very capable and able. And the we both agreed our weakness is singing and dancing. And so many seasons that comes later. This one came in the first leg. So
Yeah.
if that was our Achilles heel, if we could have got through that and still been in the race, it would have been hard to stop us.
And also, what I didn't think about it till we've been doing these interviews is we're racing against six teams instead of 13 teams when we did the fork in the road. So all suddenly it's like you got to be no room for error, and it got real fast paced quick. So
With all of your preparation to get on the race, was there anything that surprised you that you didn't realize?
we messed up. I didn't realize, well, like Hong Kong, the humidity was so high, and we weren't drinking enough water. And it really, because Mark and I drink more water than most people, just because on the fire department, you learn to hydrate quite a bit. And we, it was raining, so we weren't thinking that we're sweating. And next thing you know, several of the teams started getting cramps and all. And I wish we'd have drank like we usually do and regular life.
Getting from the airport, transportation, language, reading maps, did any of that come up as a struggle?
It was the getting the taxis, so we get off the ferry, the gangway drops, and you've got 10 or 12 of the teams running out for three or four taxis. There, bottlenecking, and then you have to wait for a taxi. So a lot of it was opportunity. A lot of it we did. There was one time we jumped out, and we busted our butt. We got off the ferry and we threw our elbows and we got in front and we jumped out and we held the taxi. We broke right and got the taxi, and he said, "I'm not part of that group." About that time, all the other teams coming behind us went left, and they lined up in the. So it's just it's just blind opportunity so many times on that. Um, we didn't really have maps to read to worry about navigating. While we was in Hong Kong, most of it was being given a the clue with the name. So we'd have to get with the taxi driver to say, "Can you take us to this location?" Yes or no. And if they said yes, so we get in there and hope they're going the right way, because
Right.
we had no idea.
We
And
were
then,
hoping actually to have to read a map because on the fire department, we were lieutenants, and one of our main jobs is reading on maps. So we were so used to reading maps that we were hoping it would be that because a lot of the younger people, especially, they use their phone for the maps. We don't. We use the old maps. So we're kind of hoping it'd be something manual like that, and that would help us in our game.
Yeah. And then when you're standing on the mat and Phil's telling you you're going, how does that feel?
Well, it makes some of us cry. It really does.
What a pal. What a pal.
Well, I imagine
Sarah,
it is emotional.
Sarah didn't want to say it. Yeah.
But
It could have
like
been either one of us cry, honestly. It was, emotions strike you different, and we're both, I think that as you get older, you get more emotional. So, showing happiness and tears, comes at the drop of a hat. Um, so it was an emotional time.
and because of the fork in the road, when we got there, I think we're team 7, so we're right in the middle of the pack. And so you start thinking, hey, we're going to make it the next time. Then all of a sudden you realize, dang it, we're not going to make it. And it comes crashing down on you because, for us, we've been in it for 2 years, because we were alternates the year before. So we had a lot of time and money invested in this situation. And then when all of a sudden you get to do one leg and you're out of it, I don't know. It's a tearjerker. Plus, Mark was pinching me, and people didn't realize that, and it was hurting. I was crying. So, that's my story. Yeah.
Well, when you are an alternate, do you then sit and think it might happen again or it might not? Did you guys know you were definitely coming back?
No, we did not.
I didn't.
We were alternates, truly alternates, and then we started going through the process for season 37, just like 36. So it was double whammy for us to jump through hoops and then it kind of gets to where you kind of get numb to, well, what are we doing next? Well, because it's always something, 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 and then to finally get another Zoom meeting, so another producer wants to talk to us, and all of a sudden, Kayla says, "No, I'm just here to tell you, you're on the show." It is, man, you're talking about being filled with emotions. God,
Is
that
that
was,
when you cried, Mark? Was that when you
I
started
cried.
crying?
I cried, but it wasn't on national TV.
Whatever. I filmed it on my phone.
It's okay to cry on TV.
I
Well,
See,
know,
you
right?
sum up this whole experience. What was this whole adventure like for you?
I just like to thank the CBS, for allowing us to do something that thousands and thousands of people put in an application yearly. And to pick two old geezers like us, it was pretty awesome for them giving us the chance, and just want to thank them for allowing us to have the chance.
And to get to spend time with each other?
No, not at all.
Absolutely. We've been doing that our whole lives. So, yeah, we're going to do that whether we're filling a bucket list item or not.
Well, good. It was wonderful getting to know you guys, and thank you for
Thank
your
you,
time
Sarah.
today.
Thank you.
Thank you.